Hi Vessel students, this is your instructor, Diana Vera Alba. I'm going to go over this week's online homework. So first thing is you've already logged on to Blackboard. You're going to go to week 7 over here on the left-hand side, and you're going to click one time. And the very first folder is Hybrid Homework 1018 to 1022. You're going to click here. And this will open up the file which has the homework instructions. So these are all the activities that you're going to be completing this week. So you have a reading activity, and the story is called Dressing Professionally at Work. You have a vocabulary worksheet similar to the vocabulary worksheets that we have done in class, as well as a Quizlet practice prior to reading the story. So you're going to focus on these 10 vocabulary words that you will see in the story. And again, here you have your points and approximate time that this activity will take. So after the pre-reading and vocabulary study, you're going to read the story. So this is like the timed reading we do in class. So you're going to practice this on your own now. The story link is here. If you notice, it's underlined and it has the website. So all you have to do to access it is click here. And it's going to take you to this external URL. You're going to click again. And now you are in the reading story. You will get this box. Just click the X. Don't worry about this box. Just click it and close it. And now you are in the reading story. So now this should look familiar to you. It's similar to what we do in class. Notice it has the title at the top, Dressing Professionally for Work. You have the article here that you're going to read, and notice the numbers on the side here. Okay? The vocabulary that you studied in the first assignment is already underlined here. So that's why I want you to study the story first. Now you're going to time yourself reading like we do in class. So notice that there is already a countdown timer here. There's a first reading, a second reading, and a third reading. So just like we do in class, you're going to listen to the story first in the first reading. So if I click this arrow, it's going to start playing. So I'm going to click it.
Dressing professionally for work. 1. People wear all types of clothing for work.
So I'm going to stop it for a second. So notice that the reading is 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So this is the slowest reading. That's why I want you to listen to it first. You can control the volume here. It's already at the highest volume on mine. But if yours is down here, see how there's only 2 bars and you want to listen to it a little louder, you just click here and it increases the volume. The second reading is 2 minutes and 3 seconds, so the voice is reading a little bit faster. So the second reading is where I want you to read together at the same pace as the narrator. And the third reading, you have a choice. In class, I play the reading for you.
Dressing professionally for work.
And after the first sentence, I stop it and you repeat. So you can create this activity the same way that we do in class, or you can read together with the narrator. So notice that this reading is 1 minute 49 seconds. So he's reading a little bit faster. So you can practice this as many times as you want with the different times and speed of reading. And then when you're finished with that, the countdown timer is when you're going to read for fluency. This is where you read as fast as you can, like we practice in class. And after 1 minute, you stop reading. Take note of where you stopped. So for example, if I read for 1 minute and I stopped here on khaki, remember to use the numbers on the side. So I would start with 150, 151, 152, 153, 154. So khaki where I stopped would be 154. And that is the time for 1 minute that you write on the chart that we use at in class. So you should have maybe a little piece of paper where you're just writing the numbers down for each of your 3 readings. And then once you're finished with your readings, then go back and highlight the number of words you read in your chart. So that is the online reading. So you should be able to do this on your own now that we've practiced in class quite a bit. Okay? So the next assignment, and let me go back to Blackboard. So you're going to read the story, and that was the link where we went here. You're going to answer the questions after you read the story and write your response in the writing prompt. Okay, so both of these are on Blackboard. So if you scroll down, I'm going to scroll down, and they are right here where it says questions and writing for the story Dress Professionally. So if I click here, it's going to take me to the questions and the writing. So notice these directions at the top. It says this document cannot be saved. Select one of the options below. Number 1, fill out electronically and print immediately. That means that if I click in these boxes that look purple, I can write in there. So the first box, I would type my name. And then the next box says, describe what a dress code is, give an example from the text. So I would write my answer in this box, and so on with these 6 questions. Now, if you decide to fill this out electronically, that's what this means. You're typing your answers here. You cannot save this form. You have to print out this form after you type your answers. Okay, so you can work on this, but you cannot save it. If you save this form, it will save a blank form and your answers will not be there. So after you type your answers, make sure you print the form and your answers will be on there. You will turn in this form to me on Monday. So there are 6 questions and the writing prompt is here. So there are 2 writing prompts. The first one is retell this story in your own words. Why do employees have dress codes? Include examples of different places where people dress a certain way for work. So you're going to type your answer once again, and then you go to the next writing prompt. Does your workplace have a dress code? Why or why not? What do people wear to your workplace? So if you don't work, think about a place that you have worked in the past or that you would like to work at and write about that. So again, your answers as you type them, so if I'm typing in my previous, occupation, I worked in an office. Okay, so I'm typing and typing and typing my answer. Remember, this has to be in a paragraph form, so minimum of 5 sentences for each of these responses. So notice that I can go back, even though I typed this and I want to say, well, I want to add a little bit more. I can add a little bit more. That's not a problem. But once you type all of your answers, then you click here on Print Form and you print this form out. So that is if you want to fill out this form electronically. If you do not want to type your answers and you want to handwrite your answers, you go to number 2, which is print immediately and handwrite answers. I will tell you I prefer that you do number 1 because if I cannot understand your writing, then you will not get credit for it. And some of you might write a little bit larger, so you might not be able to fill, you might fill this box with your, if you handwrite it, versus if you type it like I typed here, there will be enough space for a paragraph. Okay, so it's very, very important that once you fill out the form, you print the form, and that is what you're going to turn in to me on Monday. You do not have to upload this to Blackboard. You will turn this form into me on Monday. So that is the reading assignment for dressing professionally for work. Then you have a Newsela reading, Dream Jobs Designer. So this you will complete on Newsela, and the link is below. So again, you're going to read the story and you're going to complete the power words, the write, and the quiz activities on the Newsela website. And the next activities are all on My English Lab. So you have lesson 4, which is, we did all of these lessons in class. So we did lesson 4, lesson 5, lesson 6, lesson 7, and lesson 8. And now this is the homework practice for My English Lab. Okay, so down below these instructions, I have each of the links to each of the assignments in the instructions. Here is your Quizlet, so you can click here and go directly to Quizlet to complete your worksheet. And then after, you can click on these and practice the flashcards here. The next one, you're going to practice the learn activity. Then you're going to practice the match activity. Okay, and this is a game, so as soon as you start it, notice there's a timer on this side. It's going to time you, and you can practice that as many times as you want. Then the next one is the spelling activity. Okay, and once you click start, you will type what you hear. So you just follow the directions on the screen. You've done these activities before. And then the last Quizlet activity is the Quizlet test, which is a combination of all the previous activities that you completed over here at the top. And here is the link for the reading. Again, it was on the top, but it's also here. Here's the link for the questions and writing that I just showed you online. Here's the link for the Newsela Dream Jobs Designer reading. And then the last one is the link for My English Lab. You just click here and it will take you to My English Lab and you sign in. Well, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please make sure you send me a question on Remind. That is the fastest, easiest way for you to get a hold of me, and then I will answer your questions. Thank you and have a great day.